Nutrients recovery from sewage. Nutrients exist in the sewage in the form of hazardous ionic contaminants such as nitrate, nitrite, ammonium ion, and even phosphate. All these are actually originated from the fertilizer consumption, washing water from the kitchen, stools, and urine. And the accumulation of nitrogen and phosphorus are known to cause a phenomenon called eutrophication, which are very toxic to the aquatic living. And if it's being released to the river and lake, it can be harmful to the human. Furthermore, even 1 milligram per liter of nitrite can cause death among the babies by a syndrome called blue baby syndrome, whereby there is deficient of oxygen in the red blood cells. So this can cause death among the babies. And you imagine there are like 100 to 1000 milligram per liter in the sewage alone. So we need to treat this before it's too late. Now, the other problem is the fertilizer production, such as ammonium sulfate, can cause tons of nitrogen dioxide released to the atmosphere, as well as the phosphate rock are now depleting. So they are finding a solution in recovering nutrients from sewage that has not been used into liquid fertilizer. Okay, so actually nutrients are being treated in the sewage itself at the last stage. We call it as tertiary treatment, whereby they polish the sewage water that's been cleaned before it is being released to the river. In the adsorption process, there is one material which is called as adsorbent to attract all these nutrients on the surface of adsorbents. But after a certain time, the adsorbents can no longer attract any contaminants. It's either being dumped or being burned elsewhere. So that's why we are actually concerning in replacing it with something that is low-cost material, such as coming from waste, like coconut shell from the plantation or from the landscaping. So we take this, we burn it at a very high temperature, and then we will produce carbon. And the next is exploitation of marine waste, such as shrimp shells or crab shells. These shells can actually being produced to chitosan by a process called deacetylation process. And the last but not least, which is natural zeolite coming from the volcanic ash around the world, which are very cheap and abundant in source. So they are actually thinking on combining these three adsorbents, because the single adsorbents can no longer attract different charges, negative and positive. They can either attract negative alone or positive alone. So by combining this, we can actually create a multi-ionic attractors, as well as better physical and chemical properties. And last but not least, we are going to extract all those nutrients out from the adsorbent by using sodium hydroxide or sodium chloride, and we will apply this in plantation or landscape, which much more will reduce costs as well as help the environment. And that's all from me. Thank you.